Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. We've seen a massive surge in crypto prices, broadly speaking, over the last 24 hours. XRP popped back above, at least briefly, 50 cents, although it's a hair below that at the time I'm recording this. Bitcoin rocketed all the way up above $29,000. And what we've been seeing, and what the catalyst was for this, frankly, I'll just tell you at the outset of this video, it's institutional interest just pouring in. It's incredible what has happened and how sentiment has changed so quickly. And in a time period where, based on some of the scare headlines, we're supposed to be terrified right now. We're supposed to be questioning our sanity if we're still holding crypto. But I'll tell you this, my personal belief is that the amount of money that's going to pour in specifically into XRP, including because of what's happening across the crypto backdrop, it's going to be absolutely insane. The amount of people are just going to be, and institutions just piling into XRP, and I'm going to articulate why it is that I personally believe that. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, and so even though I am Mr. XRP Bull, some of the expectations for XRP still seem a bit out there for me, including the one that's on your screen right here. Talking about XRP surging 24,950% to reaching $124. Well, look, I don't think it's impossible for XRP to actually hit that price level of $124 at some point in the future. But I don't suppose that would happen anytime soon. I think that would probably take a really, really long time if it's going to happen. But the idea of having individual coins that are worth, trillions of dollars in terms of market cap, just individual coins with multi-trillion-dollar market caps, I think there will be multiples of those even. And I think we're probably going to see an asset class in the future that's worth tens of trillions of dollars, perhaps substantially more. It just kind of depends on what your time horizon is looking like for. So I don't think $124 XRP is crazy, but in the short term, I do. I think that that's a little bit much, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to see some insane and really just life-changing action when it comes to XRP. I do believe that's going to come, and I want to articulate why in this video. Now, at the time I'm recording this, XRP, like I said, a hair below 50 cents. Bitcoin just popped up a little above $29,000 again. Market cap for the asset class 1.15 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance, check this out. I like seeing this. Bitcoin dominance climbing. It's now over 49%. And that's what you want to see. Historically, because look, Bitcoin leads crypto markets, and since it's the one that rallies first, generally speaking, and for all the big sustained moves, always. And then altcoins follow because the asset class does move in tandem. But when you see Bitcoin taking off in notable ways, as we've gotten out of bear markets historically, that is what you see. You see the Bitcoin dominance increase, and then ultimately, some people will go ahead and cash out a part or all of their Bitcoin position, take that profit. Others will sell Bitcoin and get into altcoins, and then you see Bitcoin dominance drop. So it's not that it's just going to go up forever, and the Bitcoin's just going to have this massive. No. I think if you fast forward sufficiently into the future, you'll see that Bitcoin, if it's going to continue to persist, and I hope and think that it will, it's going to have a much smaller dominance percentage than what it's had for this beginning portion of its existence, the last roughly 14 years. It's going to be way smaller than that in a more mature market, I personally believe here. But for now, this is what you want to see. You want to see Bitcoin climbing, and then you know what happens. That money cycles through the large cap coins and big cap coins, so on and so forth. Historically, that's how it's gone. And we are back in greed. Not surprising, considering what we've seen the last 24 hours. But Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 59 out of 100. And it's been a while since we've seen the market back in greed, but it's back in greed right now. So what exactly is causing all this? Here's the headline from you today. Key reason why Bitcoin just leaped towards $29,000. Is it really that big a surprise? BlackRock jump. And it's not just BlackRock, though. There's much more to report on. So yes, for those of you that may have missed it, BlackRock recently announced that they're pushing to launch a Bitcoin spot ETF. which is consequential for a number of reasons, because it would be traded on like the major exchanges like NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, and it requires that real Bitcoin actually be purchased and held. Not by the people that buy the ETF, because again, they're just buying an ETF. They're not buying the actual Bitcoin, so they could use it through whatever broker they're already using right now. They don't have to sign up for a Coinbase account or anything like that. So then for people that are just kind of on the peripheral, just kind of aware of crypto, but haven't taken the plunge to jump in, and then like, I don't know, is it safe? Do I do this weird Coinbase thing? Well, now they won't have to if this is passed. They'll just be able to hop on doing what they're doing and just start buying the ETF, which increases actual demand for Bitcoin, because BlackRock would then be purchasing all of that Bitcoin. And so it's more people being exposed to the crypto asset class, positively impacting in terms of supply and demand dynamics. I don't think I need to explain that to you. So that's positive. So that'd be positive for every other crypto, including XRP, because the asset class moves in tandem. So that's fantastic. So we know that Bitcoin's pushing for this, and the theory is, since the people at BlackRock are the most connected to the people at the highest levels of the United States government, that this is the firm that's going to get approved. And I was speculating about this in August of last year, and when BlackRock started to jump into crypto in various ways. They were basically copying, in many ways, Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust. And so we're saying, okay, well, it looks like what they're going to do is just copy Grayscale here, and then probably file for a Bitcoin spot ETF in the future, convert the trust to Bitcoin spot ETF. And so that's what it looks like. They're just copying Grayscale, except for they're the ones that are connected. So whereas Grayscale was denied, the SEC denied them, and then the SEC and then Grayscale ended up suing the SEC, which is ongoing right now. BlackRock just happens to be coming in at this exact juncture in time, while the SEC suing everybody all willy-nilly. Interesting, but this isn't the only thing. So like I reported on this when this was brand spanking new news, but it's bigger than that. With everything that's happened now, it's resulted in a whole bunch more firms jumping in. And so you'll see, just hang with me in this video, because you'll see why I'm going to articulate why this is going to very positively, specifically impact XRP, like in a truly big way. So check this out. There's this headline from Cointelegraph. BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF renews optimism, sparks wave of new filings. And that's right. New firms, other firms filing again, and they have in the past have been denied, but BlackRock filed, and now other firms are filing again. I think that they're seeing the writing on the wall. Like, this is going to get passed. It's at some point. So I mean, I'd be surprised if BlackRock would file for this right now at this exact moment in time, if they didn't really have about a 100% chance, a certain confidence at least, that they would actually get approved for this thing. So check this out. Piece reads as follows. At least 2 investment firms have made new filings for spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETFs for short, following investment colossus BlackRock's move to lodge a similar application for its own spot Bitcoin ETF on June 15th. New York-based asset management fund WisdomTree is the most recent investment firm to lodge a new filing for a spot Bitcoin ETF. According to a June 21st filing to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, WisdomTree requested that the SEC allow it to list its WisdomTree Bitcoin Trust on the CBOE BZX exchange under the ticker BTCW. Its WisdomTree has applied for a spot Bitcoin ETF twice before. Its first application was rejected by the SEC in December 2021. Its second application was rejected once again in October 2022. With a financial regulator citing similar concerns of fraud and market manipulation. At the time of publication, WisdomTree oversees approximately $83 billion in assets. So I'll pause and note, that's not nothing. That's still a lot, but substantially smaller than BlackRock, because BlackRock's the world's largest asset manager on the entire damn planet, with something like $9 or $10 trillion worth of assets under management. It's just absolutely staggering, absolutely massive. And so the exposure that they're going to bring, should they get approved, I mean, it's just talk about rocket fuel. But that's not the only one. And then there's also this firm, and this firm's actually pretty damn big, actually. So there's Invesco. Here's the headline from CoinDesk. Invesco reapplies for Bitcoin ETF, advocates for more crypto investment products. And so I don't really need to read the article, but this is a fund worth, I've seen different numbers, 1.4 to 1.5 trillion dollars in assets under management. So they are massive. They're not BlackRock size, but they are way bigger than the other one, this Wisdom Tree one. 1.4, 1.5 trillion dollars. And they're jumping in right now, following the lead from BlackRock. Isn't that interesting? And so here's a tweet from somebody named Andrew, who was pretty well known in the world of crypto here, at AP_abacus. And he wrote, in the past 48 hours, the following traditional finance firms have jumped into crypto with both feet: BlackRock, Citadel, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Wisdom Tree Funds, and Invesco. 7 days after the SEC sued Coinbase and Binance. Incredible. So, folks, aren't we supposed to be terrified right now? All these serious SEC lawsuits, they're just going to decimate the entire asset class. But this is when these major firms are jumping in? Are you kidding me? Well, they're not afraid. Should we be? I'm not. I'm not afraid. I'm concerned about at a minimum, the short-term implications of what the SEC is doing, because they're certainly harming my net worth. But in terms of long-term viability, this or that, I don't really have big concerns about that. I think what should be done will ultimately be done. But this was retweeted by attorney John Deaton, and he says, it's as if there was a blueprint operation being executed in real time. Spot on. And here we have a tweet from Adam Cochran, also pretty well known in the world of crypto, almost 200,000 followers on Twitter. And he said, so BlackRock, Citadel, Deutsche Bank, and NASDAQ have all started to enter the crypto space in the last week. They've bullied out participants so they can scoop up cheap coins. The trajectory for crypto has never been more clear. So do you see it? The writing on the wall? Do you see this? People are spooked. Prices went down. Scooping up cheap coins. Major firms jumping in right now. And so check this out. And this is where I'm going to tie everything together for you just to bring the point home. Because these firms are absolutely massive. And so it's not just about Bitcoin spot ETFs. So check this out. Although that is highly consequential. But look at this headline also from the Daily Hodl. Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Citadel, and more back newly launched crypto exchange. A group of the biggest financial institutions in the world are backing the newly launched digital asset marketplace, EDX Markets. According to a new press release, the company received a round of funding from financial heavyweights including Charles Schwab, Citadel Securities, Fidelity Digital Assets, Paradigm, Sequoia Capital, and Virtu Financial. Okay, again, you know the landscape out there. It's that, what's happening, the Gary Gensler nonsense talking points about it's a bunch of hucksters out there and crypto's a bunch of fraud and illicit purposes, this, that, and the other thing, suing everyone into oblivion. And then this is happening? Because, again, it's a group of the biggest financial institutions in the world backing a newly launched digital asset marketplace. Institutional level stuff here. Piece continues. The funding will support EDX as it continues to develop its trading platform and solidifies its market leadership position. EDX currently only offers, and this is the key part, this is where I'm going to tie everything together for you here, check this out. EDX currently only offers trading for 4 crypto assets: Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash, none of which were mentioned in the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's charges against Coinbase and Binance earlier this month. So there you go. These are the options. Again, it's the biggest institutions on the damn planet. They're giving you 4 options. There are over 20,000 cryptocurrencies in existence. They're giving you 4 options, though. Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. I know everybody out there, I'm sure you're all really, really excited about those several coins, right? Oh, man. And I actually do hold all 4 of those. I'm not particularly excited about them, but I hold about 30 different cryptocurrencies, with XRP being my largest crypto, the one that I'm most interested in for a ton of reasons. But take a look at this perspective. There's this tweet from XRP community member Frecky. He's been in crypto since 2011, and he actually works in finance. And look at what he tweeted out just last night. He said, if/when we get XRP clarity, it's going on all these exchanges that have only Bitcoin and ETH. I can't even imagine the volume. Something we've never seen for XRP. This is how big it is for XRP. So think about this, folks. You're talking about, this is where the institutional money's going. There's several coins. XRP would be the only large cap coin on the planet that would actually have regulatory clarity, because even Bitcoin doesn't technically have that. What do you think's going to happen? It just makes you want. Would that not promptly get listed? I mean, and so there's never been a situation like this. I just, the amount of money that's going to pour in here, my gosh. And it's something, because it's a rare instance where, you've got this true movement, and it was really it got going because of the retail side, not institutions. Whereas if you look at pretty much anything else in life, it's pretty much always the institutions that are the initial driver, because that's where the money is. And then retail can get in after that. Same, kind of with the .com situation, a couple decades ago. But here it was retail that got this going, and institutional money's late to the party here. But even so, there's almost no humans in this already. So congratulations, kudos to you for being here, because you beat the largest financial institutions on the entire planet jumping into crypto, even if you're getting in 2023. So congratulations to you. But since there's almost no humans, and most institutional money, almost all of it's still on the sidelines, but you can see the direction it's going. And so we're going to have clarity in the SEC v. Ripple case. If that's positive, doesn't it kind of make you wonder what's going to happen here? I mean, because even setting aside just the initial pump, if we get this positive news that we hope and expect we're going to get, even that would be enough, I think, to rocket XRP to some degree. I don't make price predictions. I don't know how high it would go. But then if you're talking about it ultimately getting listed on these exchanges where there's like several options on the institutional level, because, they're going to be super if you're talking about some of the largest institutions on the planet, I get it. They're just going to be more conservative, especially up front, and especially with the SEC going on this rampage. But then why? But you still, if there's coins with that you believe are safe, regulatory clarity, why wouldn't you throw XRP in the mix? One of the cryptocurrencies with the largest market cap on the entire damn planet, even now, while the price is suppressed. So you see what I'm getting at here? Like, I think that Frecky's hitting the nail on the head here. And I know, yes, of course, we can potentially get bad news and XRP price go down, so on and so forth. But I'm very optimistic for the future here. So now you see the prices are going up at a time we're supposed to be scared, largest institutions on the entire damn planet, and XRP is about to have regulatory clarity. Congratulations, you're here before pretty much everybody else. This is astonishing. Like, as far as I'm concerned, this is, for me at least, the opportunity of a lifetime. And I can't wait to see how this plays out, because I get it, there's risk, and I could be wrong, this could all go to hell, and maybe it goes to zero, but I really am optimistic for a ton of reasons. I don't think that's what's most probable to occur. I think that it's going to be worth way more. All developing. You all let me know what you think. Oh, and I'll mention this too. This is, so speaking of Fidelity, and this has actually come from Bitcoins.com. Fidelity rumored to file Bitcoin spot ETF in United States, bid for Grayscale. So there's another one, and that one's a rumor that was from a couple days ago, actually. But that could be another ETF, and again, you're talking about Fidelity, one of the largest companies in that realm on the entire planet, and potentially trying to buy Grayscale. Interesting stuff. I'm just saying. There's always scary narratives out there, but if you look at what's actually happening, the times when you're in a bear market or starting to get out of a bear market, that's when you should really be paying attention to the moves that are made by the big players. And you can see it all here right now, as XRP is about to have clarity. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.